first glance, it seems like the show is about Jesus and about saving people. But really, the show is about the ability of his friends. They're not even called disciples, or not even necessarily followers in the script, but they're really, his gang. And it's their ability to go out and to preach his word, to share that with others. That's what the show is really about.
We have done Godspell. It's been about 15 years. And so we have an entirely new generation of students who are going to be introduced to this fantastic 60s Broadway show. This is more of a playground atmosphere, children playing in a play box, innocent and joyous and celebratory and bright and cheerful and bringing messages forward that enlighten and, I think, enrich us.
I'm playing Jesus, and it's a lot of responsibility. You have to struggle constantly to put people in the right place, but at the same time to get them to like you and to understand you and to not come off as preachy, because he was just a dude, and that's how they try to portray him in this show. He's a dude who happens to be Jesus.
God save the people. God save the people. When wilt thou save the people?
But I mean, it's hard. You're Jesus, The rehearsal process has been very, very tedious. There's a lot of stuff in this script that you will not understand if you just read it. And so we have to go back and we have to borrow from 1920s, 1930s, 1940s shtick. We have to learn stuff that isn't funny to us and try to make it funny to a more contemporary audience.
It really requires much more concentrated effort on our students' part to perform in a musical. We have to rehearse the dance separately, we have to rehearse the music separately, and we have to rehearse the acting separately. And then somewhere along the line you have to bring all three of those things together and make sure that they work together, because they have to flow seamlessly into each other.
Putting together music for a musical starts with solo numbers, starts with group numbers, teaching all the ensemble parts. You have to make sure that they find some sort of blend, but then also have their solo voices so that you hear them. So you have to teach all that before they can put it into the actual show itself and the actual practices.
My role in Godspell is Maddie. Everybody has to kind of bring out something specific in their own personality, rather than just being an ensemble, but being willing to play off of each other. But it really helps bring out who you are individually, because in each song, in each parable, we have to stick out ourselves as well as be together.
As a choreographer, it's my job to take the musical numbers and add movement to them. Sometimes it's done organically. For instance, this show, we're trying to do a spoof of different musicals for each musical number. A lot of times I sit at home listening to a cast album, come up with visions in my head. Oftentimes it's being in rehearsal and workshopping and just trying new things with the cast and just playing around.
Is it a little harder? Yeah, because sometimes the tools aren't as fully developed, and sometimes they don't have the classwork behind them to help support what they're doing on stage. But we find that, and I think their initial enthusiasm makes up for a lot of those problems.
Gosh, there's so many parables, but my favorite song is definitely the finale. A lot of stuff happens, and it gets me. The other night we just blocked it. We were talking and walking, no emotion, no ambiance, nothing, and I almost cried. It's so beautiful, so moving. I think people are really going to like it.
High school chorus teacher, I told her we were doing Godspell, and she did this musical her senior year of high school, and it's been her favorite one ever since. And so she told me if I didn't do it, she would hurt me, and she promised me that she would come see the show if I got it. And so
there is a joy in presenting a piece that you must really love to be able to do well. Our students are from many different faiths. They're not from one faith. The students are performing, and they're bringing their individual religious background to tell these stories. And what I'm finding in working with people of different backgrounds as far as their religion is concerned is that the things we have in common are bigger and better than those things that create differences.